Sorry I was late, I missed the train and the traffic was a state. I can't be asked to carry on in this debate that reoccurs when you say I don't care. But of course I do, I clearly do. Hi guys, Claudia Boleyn here. This is like a Tuesday vlog sort of thing. I haven't done these in ages. I was gonna do these. Do you remember when I was gonna do these all the time after my driving lessons? And then I realised that I had like a shameful amount of nothing to tell you because I do nothing in my life. Like I have absolutely nothing to report. So consider this my entire summer vlog for anyone who's interested in just keeping up with what goes on in my life. Now, before, well, it's not before, it's just something I wanted to talk about. I've actually done a new cover. I say new, I did it a couple of weeks ago now, but I haven't really talked about it on this channel, and I think you might be interested if you're someone who's into my music. It's on my music channel, and I might put it on the screen if I can figure out how to play a video here. It's here, so I'll let you listen to a bit of that right now. You are the girl that I've been dreaming of ever since I was a little girl. You are the girl that I've been dreaming of ever since. So it's I'm Not Gonna Teach Your Boyfriend How to Dance With You by Black Kids, and I really love this song. I was having one of those days where, you know, when you just feel especially bisexual. Like, obviously if you're not bisexual you won't have those days. But I was having one of those days and I was so powerful. I was like, this is a bisexual day, like let's do this. And I feel like you really get the bi vibes from that video. It was great fun, and my dad filmed it. My dad filmed it. I was also like, combine the empowered bisexual mood with being slightly having like a borderline high because of the BPD, and that's the video, my friends. I enjoyed it, so go and have a watch if you like. Comments are appreciated, likes are appreciated, but don't feel pressure if you don't enjoy. But yeah, I thought I'd let you know I did that because I'm pretty proud of that actually. It's the most rocky cover I've done. So yeah, and I've had some nice response, so go and check that out if you like. So you might have noticed that on this channel, I'm sure you have noticed, there's been a lot of Dan and Claudia videos recently. That is because Dan is home for the summer. Dan has done a year at university and I have missed him so much. Dan is like my best friend in the world, and I hate it when he's not around. But he's been back for on and off this summer, so that's why there's been videos. My channel isn't changing into a Claudia and Dan channel, it's just that when I have him I like to make the most of him, and we also happen to both adore Game of Thrones, so we've been reviewing the Game of Thrones episodes together. I'm going back to my original content obviously while Dan's at uni and while I'm studying. But yeah, it's just a summer thing, so I'm not changing the channel. But yeah, at the same time, I'm really happy with how many people have embraced Dan, because he's like the most important person in my life and he's my favourite person on the planet, and it's just nice to see the appreciation for Dan because he's got me through a lot. He's my rock, I love him so much. I love him so much. I went northern. Talking of going northern, another thing, like this is I was like, oh, let's talk about how I spent my summer, and then I realised like I just haven't done anything. I always have plans and then I don't do it, or it's too stressful. Like my mum and I were going to go on the train to the beach, but the train journey was like half an hour, and on the day I just sort of freaked out and was like, I can't do that. So we didn't do it. So we didn't do anything exciting this summer holidays, really. I've been doing a writing project. Like last summer, I novelised the whole of the Cursed Child play, which I did for fun, which people are still reading now, which, you know, there's a link to that in the description box if you want to read it. It was 19 years later, a few days ago, like the date of when Harry takes Albus to platform 9 3/4, and apparently they actually closed off the station, like the real station, because there were so many Potter fans. I don't see why people are upset about this. Like there are people who are really melancholy about this. They're thinking, oh no, it's the end, it's 19 years later. It's not the end, it's just the beginning. A few days ago, my friends, Albus Potter met Scorpius Malfoy, his best friend and future soulmate. So don't be sad, they've got so much fun to have together, they've got their whole lives ahead of them. But yeah, my writing project is that, you know, I'm totally obsessed with Emmerdale right now, to like a weird degree. My Tumblr blog right now, people follow me for the feminism mostly. And just recently it's just been Emmerdale constantly, which is a British soap set in a Yorkshire farming community, so it's a pretty niche interest. But yeah, I've got really into it, and I've started writing a fan fiction about Emmerdale, which was for my own personal enjoyment, but you know, I can't seem to go without doing these little writing projects, because when I'm doing my course, when I'm not doing my course, I miss it so much. I love having stuff to do and like, oh, I've got an essay to write, I've got something to read, so yeah, I've been doing that over the summer. So although it seems like I haven't done a lot this summer, like intellectually, I feel like I have done a lot. I love doing my writing projects over the summer and doing reading and that kind of thing. And I got to spend lots of time with Dan, which is good, because like, I miss him so much. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if he moves away when I get older. Like, I'll be Skyping him every day probably. So driving lessons. I'm still doing my driving lessons. I had one today. I've just been back from one. I think I'm okay at driving. My mum came with us in my last lesson to like see how I was doing, and apparently I'm doing pretty well, so I don't know when I'll actually be driving, but I'm really hoping it's going to help me with my anxiety, because so much of my stress is feeling like I can't escape a place, and I panic like when I'm in public. But I can't help but wonder if once I'm able to drive, will that change? Like, it might be that I don't feel so trapped because I know that I can just take myself home again if I want to, so I'm hoping that might help. I have some news on the actual original music front. It's kind of hilarious actually, because I swear, like, Celestia came out, I mean, it must have been more than a year ago now. That's my first original song, which you can see. I'll put a link to it in the description box, but basically it's an original song I released and wrote. And I've been saying for ages, like, there's more to come, there is more. I sound like the bloody Emmerdale social media team, like, consoling me after like Rob Ron broke up. There's more to come, stay with it, it's all good. There's only so much a woman can take. But there is actually music coming fairly soon now. In the next couple of months, my next original song will be released, and it's called Mother Maiden Crone. This is not the album, but this is the title track from the album. Yeah, so I'm excited for you guys to hear that. So that is coming like relatively soon. It's not just like me sitting here going, oh, it's coming, and then 3 years later like, oh, sorry guys. It's coming really soon, so I hope you'll enjoy that. I'll probably make a topical video after this, so you'll see me in the same outfit after I've had my lunch. But that's all I can update you on. I mean, I don't think I've done anything this summer, really. I mean, I've spent lots of time with my family, which is really nice. I've just been sort of trying to sort out my mental health, because it's been weird, especially recently. It's been so weird. Like, I feel like I'm drunk sometimes. Like, it's that weird, and it's like I haven't had any alcohol, but I feel drunk and happy and like, ooh, I'm on top of the world, I want to run outside. And then at night I'm just crying. I'm not saying this in like an attention-seeking way. Like, I'm self-aware. Like, while it's going on, while I'm crying, I'm like, why am I crying? What's this about? Like, what's happened? And like, but my brain just doesn't listen, so I'm just crying. Like, so yeah, it's really weird. I'm in a really weird mental health state. But on the plus side, I have become self-aware, so it's like it happens, but I know it's happening, and I can deal with it, and I can say, look, that is just my brain being weird, so we're just gonna wait this out. We're gonna wait till the mental illness stops being so damn dramatic, and then we're gonna carry on with life. So yeah, it's going okay. Life is going okay for me right now. I'll see you for another video soon after I've had some lunch. Thank you for watching this rather pointless vlog. I love you loads, and I will see you really soon. Also, if you have ideas for videos, please put them in the comments section, because I don't want to be making videos just for the sake of it. I do want to talk about certain topics, so if you have something you want me to talk about, then I will. I'm not saying I'll necessarily make the video if you suggest it, but I'll look at it and I might think, oh, I have a thought on that. I could tell the world, like anyone cares. But yeah, okay, I love you loads. Send me suggestions in the comment section, and I will see you really soon. Okay, bye.